talking about earlier, like if you have the resources, like helping other people out.
Yeah, no, I mean, just like as far as I guess that's the end goal, right? To like have enough. It's weird to say money, but just like have enough resources that you don't have to like struggle all the time, and you can just like keep yourself above water and like help other people out, and just like pursue things that you want to. Instead of like surviving, you're kind of like thriving and cultivating stuff. It sucks though. Yeah, it's just like there's almost a culture where you just like, you have to make money to even exist.
Say your name to the camera for me.
I'm Lowell, and I'm in the band Tongues of Fire.
And where are you from?
Asheville, North Carolina.
And what is it that you do?
Around 2016, that's when I started going to college, and it took me like almost like a year and a half to find people to get the band off the ground too. So I'd say around the time that I met my current drummer Eli, which was, yeah, it's like 2016, 2017, that the band really took off, and I'd say we became like Tongues of Fire. I mean, like the craziest times we had were when we started, because I didn't know what I was doing at all. We played a show like on the beach in Wilmington. We didn't have anywhere to stay either. Yeah, so I slept in the car with my girlfriend, and the others like tried to sleep in a lifeguard tower. We were also all very drunk. And they ended up like crashing a hotel swimming pool after they got kicked out of the lifeguard tower. I know. And like skinny dipping with some people, and they got like chased by the police and had to like bury, like the bassist buried himself in the sand like a crab just to hide from the police. And yeah, I mean, that was the early days when I didn't know what I was doing and nobody knew what we were doing. And we were just having these like stupid adventures and losing a ton of money and playing to no one. But I eventually used those experiences of making horrible, stupid decisions to make less stupid decisions. And that's where I am now, I guess. So what other music genres can take from post-punk? I know I run sound for like jam bands, and what I fucking hate about working those shows is that those guys like take an idea that might be interesting and just drag it on and on and on until it's just not interesting at all anymore. And I think the idea of just like being really concise and deliberate about what you do, I like the idea of people like just honing something until it is like extremely tight and just like all the ideas are just laid out there and you know what's going on. I think the idea that you can experiment with things, like I guess the idea of post-punk in general is expanding on the box that is punk, So we got different layers to what we do, I guess, or what I do. Is I'll usually start with like riffs and try to put them into a coherent structure, into an idea for a song. And we refine the song in practice. Then we like record a demo, get the demo down into somewhere we like that. And then I'll add on lyrics, because I'll be like, how does this song like feel, like what fits the song, the mood of the song and everything. Then from there we'll probably go to visuals, I really like the work of John Strong. He worked with the OCs. He made a music video for one of their songs without telling them and sent it to him and was like, hey, can you guys make this your official music video? And they said, hell yeah. And so they did that. And they're like, we want you to do another music video for us too. And that was the music video for Toe Cutter Thumb Buster, which is at like 2 million views or something like that. And I think it's like important that, you know, music videos are like art. They're an art form and like should be like appreciated. The people that do them are like amazing.
To thank you for being on with me.
Yeah.
As I do with most guests, I'd like to give you a gift. A little something to say thank you. I'm gonna go and get it.
Sounds good. Knock over the camera, destroy the evidence.
Terrible. I'm terrible. Okay.
I've been like watching a lot of more like slower paced long films, which is fun. Like I watched The Witch and somebody was like, hey, you'll really like Hagazusa if you like The Witch. And I checked that out and I just really like the atmosphere. Like, you know, if you make a long-term movie that has like a lot of slow shots and stuff, you have to shoot it very well. It's very similar to music, you know. That if you, I don't know, dial down one thing, you have to dial up something else. I watched Holy Mountain for the first time a few days ago. Very interesting, very abstract. There really are a lot of like parallels from like cinema to music. Like maybe Imagine Dragons are like the Marvel movies of music or something. I think it's a two-way street, you know. I know we've played shows where we've been going as hard as we possibly can and we've gotten nothing, but that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Like going back to something I said earlier, just like we still spend a lot of time just like reaching out to the wrong people and just like not finding the right audience for what we do. I know I was talking with a publicist the other day and we both kind of came to the consensus that it's like an inverse of pop music that we need to do. Instead of making music that appeals to like the most people as possible, we make the music we want to make. Like it's gonna be how it is, and we need to find people that are into that kind of music because they're out there, but it's just hard to find. We can't just send the music out to everyone because it's not for everyone. What does it mean to me? My music. A lot of things. I mean, it's a really cathartic experience for me to make music. I usually make music to deal with something that's happened in my life. You know, the last album was because my mom died of cancer, and I was finding a way to process that. And I did that through music. But I mean, it's also just it's a great hobby. It's a great thing to have fun with. Also, like I have a great time anytime I play a show, for the most part. And it's just what keeps me going. I like went through life not really having anything I was good at or finding anything I was really passionate about. I was kind of half-assed a lot of things going through school and whatever. And then I found this and I'm like, wow, I really enjoy it. I'm good at this, you know? And so I just kept giving everything I could. I really appreciate y'all checking this out. You know, it's really hard to find the right people for what you're doing, and it's cool that people are checking this out. If you've gone this far.